It's so funny, like when you're thinking about a video versus when like all the things you have to say before you start filming and then after, like you turn the camera on and like everything just goes blank. It is a Saturday night. I am in my apartment, about to watch some Netflix and make some popcorn and drink a glass of red wine because I'm 21. Hey, Mom. So, we're gonna talk about something that I don't like talking about that often on social media, which is my dating life and where I'm kind of at right now. I just turned 21 and I'm a junior in college, graduating in about a year from now, so I have like 2 more semesters, not counting this one, left in college. And I think one thing that people think about when they go to college is dating. It's a very real thing. We're young adults. People naturally gravitate toward each other. People naturally, want to start kind of swimming in the pool, experimenting, going, seeing what they like, what they don't like, vice versa, things like that. That's normal. For me, I feel like dating and like getting attached to someone has always been like a really kind of weird thing. So I think that right now, my generation, young adults, young people, the youngest, college students, high school students, people kind of in like that 16, 17, 18 to like 20, early 20s, late 20s kind of are very almost weirdly obsessed with being with someone, with attaching themselves to someone else. Um, and that can be good and bad. I think it's natural that you should want to have friends, you should want to, share yourself with people. You should want to, you should want to be social, or at least you should want to have like people you can be social with, that you're comfortable with sharing yourself with. You should want to be comfortable with people. But I think what we always, or at least what I'm seeing with people my age, so like people, I'll say even just people in college and like maybe high school, um, people get so obsessed with kind of the idea and the thought of needing someone, with physically, mentally, emotionally needing to be with or around or constantly with, constantly tied to, constantly attached to someone else. And I feel like to a point it's not a problem, but when it gets obsessive and when it gets like the inability to be alone, the inability to enjoy yourself, the inability to be by yourself, I feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's what a lot of people in college kind of are dealing with that maybe don't know they're dealing with. Personally, I have not dated anyone since I've been to college. I've been on a few dates. I've like had a couple like 2 week long texting, just basically extended text conversations with people. Um, and that's it. I don't stress dating right now. I'm really not looking. I'm not interested in anyone right now, and that's perfectly fine. But when I tell people that, I'm honestly just at a place where I'm focusing on me. I'm only 21. I have a whole life ahead of me. I feel like when I tell people that I'm like focusing on myself, it's not a weird thing, but like almost an abnormal thing. Not to like, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying like, what I've seen is that people, college students, high school students, whatever, even middle school, it's weird, are so, especially today, are so just enamored with the idea of being attached to someone else. And I feel like that drives people crazy. That drives people crazy with like constantly having, someone liking a picture, constantly having someone, compliment their tweet or the post or retweet them or, like their Instagram post or something like that. Constantly having this validation from someone else that you're good enough. And when that comes to like giving yourself to someone, that comes to like really looking for relationships, I feel like when you're looking for a relationship to validate yourself, that's a problem. And right now, I am in college. I'm at a place where I'm really like thinking about what I want to do after undergrad. I'm thinking about what organizations, what I'm doing on campus. I'm a very busy person, and that probably aids to why I don't date. I really don't. I haven't in college. It was because I'm really busy, honestly. I barely have time for myself because I enjoy being busy. I really like, I like people needing me. I like people, I like being, I like having my planner really full. I like being in a bunch of different places. I like meeting lots of new people and working on projects and really trying to like build my own repertoire and really like building myself so I can be better for the future. And then just meeting cool people. I think that's like a part of college. You should, really experiment. You should want to like try new things and meet new people and stuff like that. But what I feel like is, I know personally, like I said, I like to be busy. I really, 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 really like to be busy. Well, I won't say that. I like to be busy. And I feel like what I try to do for myself kind of lessens the amount of time I have to date. And right now, I don't feel like that's a problem. I have friends that kind of feel like it's a problem, but that's neither here nor there. Like, I'll be honest, I have a Tinder. I was on Bumble for a smooth 5 minutes. I've been on like all the apps. I've been on all the apps. And it doesn't go anywhere. And I don't take it as like a personal like attack on me or something's wrong with me. Usually, I just think of it as like, oh, okay, that's fine. It didn't work out. It's cool. It's not a loss to me because I feel like, once again, not trying to be cocky, but I feel like I know what I have to offer and I'm a good person, and I think that's okay to think that you're a good person, that you have a lot to offer. And if someone's like not feeling it right now, it's just not, it's cool with me. I mean, the thing is, I don't lose anything, or I don't feel like I lose anything. And that's okay. I think it's okay to like yourself. Guys, it is okay to like yourself. Like, it's cool. And yeah, man, like, I don't date right now. I'm not trying to date right now. If you want to holler, like, you can get my number. That's like a very good explanation of where I'm at right now. Not trying. If you want to holler, here's my number. Let's see where it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, okay. I just feel like I don't need people, so when like feelings aren't reciprocated, it doesn't hurt, honestly. You just feel like, I mean, okay. It's just like, don't take it as I don't take it as a loss. I just take it as like, all right, well, it just didn't work out. Something better is coming, honestly. I feel like that's okay. Is that okay? I feel like it's okay. Is it okay to not? It's like, is it okay to not get in my feelings about people? I feel like it is. Where I'm at right now is that I'm a very confident person. That's taken a very long time to get there, but I am. And what I feel like is like I'm at a place where I enjoy myself. I enjoy, the things I like doing. I enjoy like the person that I'm becoming and the person that I feel like I still have the potential to become. I really enjoy that person, and I like getting to know him, and I like knowing what he likes and doesn't like, and I think it's cool to like really, really, really explore yourself and really just try to discover yourself, especially during your 20s, because I feel like your 20s are the time where you can be a little bit selfish, and you don't have to, have to be attached to someone. You don't have to always be thinking about, who you're gonna date, who you're gonna marry. It like blows my mind. Not knocking anyone, because if you really find someone that makes you that happy at 19, 20, 21 that you want to marry, kudos to you. I'm very happy for the people that I graduated high school with, or that were coming out a year after me in high school, that are engaged or married right now. Like, kudos to you. I have no issues with you, but it's still just really surprising to me that that's a thing. Because, like, think a couple generations back, being married at like 16, 17, 18, 19, that was a normal thing. And now, I think as generations, it's been proven, like, as generations, like, keep progressing, that kind of marriage and relationship age is getting older and older and older. And I think now the average is, like, 27, 28, 29, like, early 30s, like, 30 to 32, and then late 20s is, like, around the time most people of marrying age are getting married and stuff like that. But I think it's just really interesting that right now, like, I know people that are in their, like, 20s, really early 20s, late teens, that are engaged and married. I used to be very, very vocal. I'm like, I didn't like it. I'll be very honest. I used to really not like it. I used to really think that was like an issue, that you should, this, that, and the third. Now, I think after talking to a couple people and after like really understanding why I thought that, I think it's, if you really find someone that you think you'll be happy with the rest of your life in that young an age, good for you. Me personally, I'm in a place where I really just want to explore myself. I really just want to, I want to travel. I want to go to grad school. I want to get a cool job. I want to, you know, explore the world and explore like who this person is right now. And I'm just not, I say I'm not thinking about dating, which I'm really not, but like if someone wants to, you know, holler at me. Listen to the Friend Zone podcast. It's really great. It's really, they always have like lots of insightful things to just think about and consider and, you know, implement in your own life. And they were asking the question, what's something that you used to be, what's something that you, they were talking about change essentially. And the question was, what's something that you, God, what was it? They're asking the question, what's something that's changed, like a thought process or an idea or something that's changed that you used to think you were really like gung-ho for, you were really advocating for, that now you're at like, meh, or vice versa. I was just really thinking about that. When I was really young, I would say like 7th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 5th grade, something like that. I used to really want to be either engaged or married by the time I was 21. I just had I had an idea that 21 was like the perfect age to be married. And that like scares me right now because I still can barely remember I need to do my taxes right now actually. I don't know, I think that's just something that your idea of what's important, your idea of like relationships and what's important to you and what you value, that changes. Coming to college for me, as a person that didn't really get out like that in high school, well, I was involved. I did a lot of like extracurriculars, but in terms of like going out with friends, going out with people, just being in a relationship, that wasn't something I was really into in high school. And now I'm like super social in college, so it was a huge eye-opener just into how people go about making friendships, keeping friendships, getting into relationships, getting out of relationships, and like that kind of gray area that I think a lot of people my age know about, that we just kind of define as talking, which is like the stupidest thing ever. This gray area is usually, what people just define as talking, is just kind of a weird way of us not wanting to put labels on things, which is something I don't like. If I'm in a relationship, I want it to be defined, I think, and that's where this kind of like, oh, we're just talking, we're texting, we're, you know, spending time but not really spending time, but spending time but not really wanting to call each other anything. I think that's the stupidest thing ever, honestly, and I think that's where a lot of people are really comfortable in, just because it's not, there's no commitment to it, and that's weird to think about. It's weird to think about that we're so comfortable with someone not wanting to, you know, claim you, or not wanting to, you know, do this, that, and the third, or really like tell their friends about you, but you two are like spending time together, or texting, or having sex casually, or whatever. Which, I mean, you can do if that's what floats your boat, honestly. It's just not me, personally. Because my mother raised a gentleman. So when it comes to like dating, I have like a weird anxiety type thing. I feel like someone, maybe this just like goes to dating with friends or whatever. I feel like people don't like me as much as I like them, which I don't know why, because I don't know, like I feel like it's a thing. I feel like sometimes people don't like, this is all in my head, honestly, which is like a really weird place to be in. Like I'm always in my head, but I feel like people don't like me as much as I like them, and I don't want to feel like super clingy, so I get really in my head and like assume a ton of things, and I don't know. It's a weird place. If you get it, let's talk about it. It's really hot in here. And then I guess like feeling like that specifically kind of gets its way into like relationships. Like I feel like I like someone, I don't know, I get attached. It's not even getting attached. It's like, or maybe it is getting attached. I don't know. I get attached kind of easily, but I don't want to seem super clingy, so maybe I like hold back and think, then by me holding back, I think like the person doesn't like me as much as they should, or as much as I'd like them, and then things just kind of fizzle off, and then I'm also at a place where I'm just like, I don't need anyone. I'm a boss. This video is going in so many different directions, but if you like can catch anything, you know, leave it in the comments and let's talk about it. It's a Saturday night and I'm about to eat a snack and get a glass of red wine. Because I'm classy and I'm 21 years old. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, my name is Jay Pulliam. If you made it to this video, kudos to you, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to shoot, or like a nice angle to shoot in my apartment, because like the bathroom's really tiny. There's a window in my room, but it's like kind of weirdly placed in a corner. So like getting my camera there, but then like how close I would be to it, it's just like a really weird situation I'm still trying to figure out. But the lighting right now actually isn't terrible, which is good. So, this may be how we're gonna film videos for a little bit, which is fine. Completely fine with me. It's actually really fun. I enjoyed this. It's just fun just talking. Like we're friends. We're just out in a coffee shop and we're like, hey, you're halfway through with your caramel macchiato and I'm halfway through with this iced black tea with coconut milk and matcha powder, and we're just talking about how our week's been, and I'm taking the entire conversation to myself, but it's okay because you're that kind of friend. And you like to listen, and I like to listen, and that's why we match, because we're both good listeners, and sometimes we know when the other just like kind of needs to talk about things, so that's how we're going to do this, and I appreciate you, I know you appreciate me, and I know you sat here, like I know we came to this coffee shop to study, but you have not gotten a word of your paper done, and I have not gotten a word of mine, and we've been here for like an hour, and the barista's over there low-key giving us eyes because we're taking up this table, but we're in college, and we both came with laptops and books, and it kind of gives the effect that we're going to study, but my laptop is closed in my bag, and yours is, sitting on the table. Like, we look productive, but we've just been talking. And this person sitting behind me, I really feel like they're like listening to this conversation and tweeting about it with their friends because they haven't really moved like that. And that coffee has been sipped and emptied and dry since we walked in here. And then I don't have headphones on, and we're kind of sitting like these tables are kind of close to begin with, so like it wouldn't be hard to eavesdrop in a conversation. But if they got anything out of it too, I mean, hey, bless them. Yeah. So. As usual, my name is Jay Pulliam. Thanks for watching. All my social links will be in the description box below. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.